Howdy folks, and welcome back to Elite Odyssey with the mighty Jingles. No longer an alpha test. The game was released officially on Wednesday the 19th, where it utterly smashed the #1 sales spot in the Steam chart. I think it's fairly safe to say that the launch day was a bit rocky, with the servers down for at least 11 hours in order to perform the upgrade, and even after coming online, connections were a little tenuous. But once the servers were back up and stable, we were all treated to a brand new tutorial experience, which gave a fairly definitive answer to some of the questions that people have been asking about how they were going to be able to get into the game once Odyssey went live.
This is it, soldier. Your last assignment before moving on to bigger and better things. I'm guessing your head is up in the stars already, but you've got to stay focused for me. You're a short jog from the enemy settlement. Had to drop you far enough to avoid their defense systems. The terrain should keep your approach hidden, so you'll have the advantage. They'll be too busy tracking me anyway. I'll set an insight marker for you. Get moving. I'll coordinate from orbit.
You dumped straight onto the service from a Mark III Cobra as a mercenary completing one final mission right on the brink of retirement.
The mission objective is a classified NOC data package. Turns out a list of undercover operatives is worth a lot of credits. You'll need to access the command center data port. The security will give you a warm welcome if they spot you though. It'll be tricky, but nothing a pro like you can't handle. Just follow my direction. Equal force is authorized if things turn sour. Not picking up any comms traffic in or out. Let me run a scan.
For anyone with Odyssey installed, this tutorial replaces the default starting experience in order to get you used to how things work on foot, and is obviously going to be of great benefit to anybody who didn't take part in the Odyssey Alpha. Although, I actually managed to learn something from this tutorial that I didn't learn from playing the Odyssey Alpha. Oops.
Ah, crap. Looks like we're late to the party. Someone's knocked the settlement offline. Did a real number on the place too. I'm seeing a few bodies, high temps in a couple of buildings, probably fires. Alright. Without power, things are a little more complicated. You need to get the settlement back online before we can extract the mission data.
So this is the sort of thing that I have done before in the alpha test, but it doesn't hurt to go over it again, particularly since I did actually learn something new from this tutorial.
My intel lists an SRV parked in the storage building. If it's still intact, you can check for a power regulator. I'll mark the storage building on your insight. Keep moving, soldier.
So the facility's without power, which means that door isn't going to open itself. Lots of bodies lying around as well.
Body here. Must have been trying to break in. Since the power's down, you're going to have to charge the door manually. Use your energy link tool on the charge port to the right of the entrance.
Energy transfer complete.
Good. Head inside the building.
Entering pressurized environment.
This darkness ain't helping my visuals. Want to switch the flashlight on for me? Looks like nobody managed to get in. Perfect. There should be an SRV parked in here. It's a Scarab model. You're in luck. Okay. There's a panel right there. Carve that sucker open, soldier. That's where the power regulator is fitted. We can use it to bring the settlement back online.
Fortunately, I am in a Maverick suit, so I do have access to the arc cutter, which makes this sort of thing pretty straightforward.
We have a winner. Take the regulator. You've got a better use for it. That's it. We don't know what state the other buildings are in. Let's grab some energy cells while we're here. There should be a dispenser by the airlock on the other side of the building. Good. You won't need to worry about your suit. Charge the port to the left of the airlock. Since you're inside the building, the airlock will open right up.
Leaving pressurized environment. Energy transfer complete.
Power buildings across the yard. Look sharp. I guess there was a hard fight here once the defenders pulled the power regulator. No power means no data to steal.
Maybe not, but I am going to steal this security profile.
Security profile cloned.
It is only grade 1 access, of course, and I'm probably going to need higher than that, so I'm keeping my eyes open for any stiffs with a higher security clearance. Although they all seem to be either 1 or 0, with 0 being the attackers. So here's the power center.
You have to break into the power building too. Cut open the maintenance panel. Now, charge the mechanism, like last time.
Energy transfer complete.
Yeah, I figured as much. There's an authorization check on this entrance. May as well use the energy link to overcharge the panel.
Wait, I can do that?
Overload in progress. Overload complete.
You'll piss people off doing that usually, but we're in a hurry. Get inside the building.
Yeah, I knew I could do that.
To bring the reactor back online, slot the power regulator in place. The regulator housing is open, so just slot the thing inside.
I'm not fooling anyone here, am I?
I've marked the console on your insight. Of course there's an authority check. Okay, you're gonna need security clearance from one of the nearby bodies. Feigning authority is another illegal move, but I'll make sure you're covered in the mission report. Equip your profile analyzer. Make sure you're in the profile cloning mode. Scan the bodies nearby. It's a grim job, but that's how it goes sometimes.
Security profile cloned.
This worker fits your needs. Clone the security profile to your suit. Engage the power regulator using the reactor console. This will bring the settlement back online.
Power center initiation confirmed. Power center engaging power regulator.
Keep in mind that the people who attack this place will probably notice when the power comes back on. Stay frosty here.
Power center online.
Entering restricted area.
Nice one. We're back in the game.
Leaving restricted area.
Before you leave, there's a recharge socket on the wall. Top up your battery if you need to.
Yeah, that's actually a very good idea. Now that we have power, I may as well take advantage of it. Oops.
Nice of you to announce yourself.
Suit recharging.
Yeah, didn't mean to do that.
Suit fully charged.
Time to collect the mission data. Power's on and your new authority level means easy access. Power's on and you've got the right authority level. The command center airlock will open right up. Advise the raiders to keep the place warm for you.
Entering pressurized environment.
You're gonna want to put those fires out. Since nobody's around, you may as well flush the atmosphere. Use the atmospheric control to purge the building.
Purging atmosphere. Purging atmosphere.
Leaving pressurized environment.
That did the trick. Now repressurize the building so you can breathe again.
This atmosphere.
Heads up. That ship signal I mentioned earlier is moving your way. Don't think they're friendly either. Alright, it should be safe to proceed. You need to locate the data port.
Now, I'm just saying here, but given that there's a hostile ship closing in and I'm on foot with a laser rifle, maybe the guy orbiting in the Mach 3 Cobra could think of something to do other than running his mouth off.
Access the terminal ahead. Let's see what we can see.
Nope. Okay, I guess I'm doing everything.
Alright, status messages, resident details, key objects. Everything you could need to navigate a settlement. All seem to be working.
Right, so I'm looking for a data port, and I know that it's going to be in the command center, so not in the power center, not anywhere else. It's going to be in the command center. Is it in the foyer? Nope. Corridor? Nope. There's a locker there though, but yeah, whatever. It's got to be in ops. There it is.
Right there. That's the data port you need. The incoming ship belongs to the group that attacked this place. They'll be here soon. Pick up the pace, soldier. Get to that data port. The NOC data is still here. Download it to your drive while I swing around to pick you up.
Downloading data.
And here comes the bad guy's ship.
Take a look out your window. See him?
Yeah, I see it. I'll tell you what I don't see. I don't see a guy in a Mark 3 Cobra shooting it down instead of asking me if I can see it. Now, I'm not trying to tell you what to do. I'm just planting seeds here. You never know where they're going to take root. No? I guess not.
You've got hostiles touching down. Now the power's back online, they've come to investigate.
Oh, you noticed that, did you? A badass combat soldier with state-of-the-art gear, huh? Yeah, not so much. Let's see if I can get some help by turning on the anti-personnel turrets. Although I'm not counting on it. Because the anti-ship turrets and the point defences did absolutely nothing while that dropship was on the way in. So I'm probably going to have to fight my way out. Shields up.
Switch your shield on and get moving. You don't want to chew through your battery before the shooting starts. I'm counting 5 hostiles in the area. You should see them as soon as the airlock opens. Pick your shots and use the cover around you. You're outnumbered, but not outgunned.
Leaving pressurized environment.
The combat gear you have should outclass these scumbags. You know the drill. Lasers for shields, bullets for bodies.
Fortunately, this is a very low-gravity planet, so my legs, in combination with the suit thrusters, should enable me to get a slight advantage. Now, earlier on in the alpha test, you could really confuse the non-player characters by occupying the higher ground, but I'm pretty sure they've made some changes since then, so this shouldn't be nearly as straightforward. Damn it. His shields were off until I started shooting. Oh well. Got him. 1 down, 4 to go.
First one down. Keep pressing them.
As you can see, they use grenades to try to flush you out. As you can also see, at least some of them are just as terrible with grenades as I am. Knock the shields down with the laser weapons, finish them off with the kinetic
2
pistol.
down. Watch your radar for the others.
Anybody who watched my Cyberpunk videos knows just how bad I am with grenades.
Really want that data. Another ship arriving with more hostiles.
You're kidding me, more of them. Yep, more of them. I always found grenades tricky, even under 1G of gravity, but they're going to be completely unpredictable under microgravity like this. So it's probably just safer if I don't bother. Right, fresh load of 5 bad guys, so I have to take care of 10 in total. Now the radar is telling me that they're right below me, but I don't see them. There he is. It would probably have been more efficient to switch to the kinetic pistol once the shields have been knocked down, but, well, the laser rifle does work too. Oh, another grenade. Another one down. This one's managed to get some shields back up. Gotcha.
Another kill confirmed.
Yeah, thanks. Thanks for all your help. Couldn't be doing any of this without you. Right, 2 of them left. There he is. Or possibly she, who cares? I think they've come up here looking for me. Yep.
There's only 1 hostile left. Take your time.
Some more top-notch advice from our man in the gunship there. Right, 1 left. This direction. Come on, wait, there he is. Shield down. Switch the pistol. Scatter bullets randomly and haphazardly in his general direction. When you run out of bullets, throw the pistol at him. Got him.
That's how it's done. All hostiles are down. Good work, soldier. I'll touch down at the landing pad.
I'm pretty sure I did already collect bounties from killing these guys, but I'm just going to scan the body anyway. No, wait, that was the wrong. No, that's still the wrong There we go.
Bounty detected.
Meh. Bounty detected, but already claimed. Well, it didn't hurt to try. You never know your luck. There might have been some additional sanctions on that guy that I could have claimed, but there wasn't.
Hop in. Time to get that data where it needs to be.
Oh, I'm so glad you could eventually turn up. It's okay, I didn't need any help or anything. One thing that you will notice very quickly when you start playing Elite Odyssey is just how big these ships actually are. I mean, the Cobra is a two-person flight deck, but look at the size of the thing. There he is. Hello! So glad you could show up. Right. That is the tutorial. And it's very good. I certainly learned something that I should have been aware of from playing the alpha. So, on completion of the tutorial, which is also, to all intents and purposes, as far as the game is concerned, your last tour of duty with this mercenary company that you're working for, you get dropped off at the nearest station and pretty much left to your own devices. At that point, the choice is up to you. You can continue your adventures on foot for the rest of the game, accepting ground missions and getting around the galaxy by using the Apex Interstellar taxi service. Or, once you've got the cash, which shouldn't take too long, you can head to the Inter-Astra offices, where you will be able to purchase whatever ships are available for sale at whichever station or settlement you happen to find yourself. If this is the first time you've flown a ship, you will be presented with a ship tutorial, which it's recommended you do complete before you embark upon your galaxy-spanning interstellar adventures. If you don't have Odyssey, you can still play Elite, but you won't have the on-foot tutorial. You'll simply start the game in a free Sidewinder and do the ship tutorial the same way it's always been. I, however, do have a lot of ships. I have flown a lot of ships, and I do have a reasonable sum of money, so I'm heading over to Pioneer Supplies to get myself tricked out with the latest and greatest. Let's have a look at your stock. So, 3 suits available. The Maverick suit, which is the kind of scavenger suit. The Artemis suit, which is more geared toward exploration. And the Dominator suit, which, as you can probably tell by the name, is geared towards combat and allows you to equip 2 primary weapons. Speaking of the weapons, while I was browsing the weapons that were available, I got a very pleasant surprise because, as those of you who've been following my Odyssey alpha test videos will no doubt be aware, during phase 2 of the alpha test they accidentally sneaked the plasma weapons in, which they weren't supposed to. Nobody was supposed to be using plasma weapons throughout the alpha test. It was strictly kinetic or laser weapons only, and laser weapons, very very good for knocking down shields, not so efficient at chewing through soft flesh. Kinetic weapons, very very good at chewing through soft flesh, not so good at knocking down shields, but the plasma weapons gave you the best of both worlds, equally effective against flesh and shielding, with the only real downside to plasma weapons being their limited magazine capacity compared to weapons of other types. And I was not expecting the plasma weapons to be available right from the get-go once Odyssey went live, but, well, they kind of are. Oh, what's this? Plasma weapons as far as the eye can see. Oh, fantastic. I'm going to stock up on these bad boys. Now, at this point, you might be thinking, and it's a good point, that if somebody's been playing the game for a while and has millions and millions of credits at their disposal can just walk into Pioneer Supplies on day 1 and buy all of the suits and all of the plasma weapons, how is someone who's new to the game, who may only be dabbling in Elite for the first time because the Odyssey expansion has been launched, how is somebody in that position supposed to compete? And that's a fair point, but, well, first of all, none of the suits or hand weapons are particularly expensive. They're certainly not out of the price range of a brand new player after a day or 2 at most of play. And secondly, they're all grade 1, fresh out of the shop. They have no modifications, they have no attachments. And there are 5 different grades of weapon strength. So everybody, regardless of how many hours you've put into Elite, with the launch of Odyssey, everybody has to start from scratch, seeking out and enlisting the services of the various different new engineers and collecting the various different engineering materials, again, most of which are probably going to be new with the release of Odyssey, in order to get those weapons upgraded and get any kind of competitive advantage. So anybody starting the game now is really at no disadvantage compared to veteran players. But the thing that I wanted to do above and beyond everything else on day one of the Odyssey launch, and in retrospect this was a ridiculously ambitious thing for me to try to do, was to find one particular settlement in one particular star system amongst all the billions of star systems in Elite's procedurally generated galaxy. And the reason I wanted to find one place in particular above and beyond everything else was because I got to name it. During the alpha test, I was approached by Frontier Developments and asked to come up with a name for one of the ground settlements that they were going to put into the game. Now, I wasn't anything special here, and I certainly wasn't alone in this regard. Frontier Developments approached all kinds of people who did Elite and especially Odyssey content on Twitch, YouTube and via podcast, and offered them the same opportunity. Now, obviously, we had to be sensible about the name that we came up with, so while I am a little disappointed that there is no ground settlement out there in the big bad galaxy that goes by the name of Jingles' Big Salty Dick, I am at least happy in the knowledge that somewhere in this massive procedurally generated galaxy there is a ground settlement that goes by the name of Chatham Dock, which I suggested as the name of the original Royal Navy dockyard. And I know it's in there somewhere, because they sent me this to commemorate it. I just don't know exactly where it is, because, like I said, it's a really big galaxy. So if you're out there in your travels and you do happen to stumble across a planetary port that goes by the name of Chatham Dock, that was me, that was. And do let me know where you found it, because I'd love to pop over there for a visit. I mean, I'm looking myself, of course, but, well, I'm only one gnome, and it's a big bad galaxy. So, that was my day one experience of the latest expansion for Elite Odyssey, and a taste of what you can expect, whether or not you're new to the whole series, or a returning veteran. I'm definitely going to be putting some more hours in. There's new engineers out there that I need to find and ingratiate myself with, so that they enhance all of my new stuff. And if anything interesting happens, I'll be sure to report on it here. In the meantime, get your asses out there and see if you can find Chatham Dock for me. And as always, take care, stay safe, and I'll catch you next time.